So it's a Sunday right at the end of March. It's April next week and it is a busy day for me. I've got a lot on the agenda today. It's not very sunny, it's not very warm, but it's dry, and that is the least I can ask for. So I'm out here with big plans. I'm finally going to plant out loads of seeds in my beds today. So enough greenhouse action. I've done a lot of that over the past couple of weeks and I want to start getting some stuff growing outside because the greenhouse is actually getting really full. Let me show you what it's looking like at the moment. So yeah, the shelves are getting quite full now. I've still got this shelf spare down here and then space down here, and then I can squish them all up a bit more. But yeah, it's actually genuinely getting a bit busy in here. So I got carried away in Wilco's as I always do, and I've got a few big, really pretty flowers. I've got some echinaceas, which I've wanted for ages, that I thought I'd put in individual pots, and I got some more little pots because you can never have too many, and I also got some sweet peppers as well because I eat a lot of peppers and we don't have any growing at the moment. So yeah, ended up getting way more than I went for. So it's just started absolutely chucking it down, which is so sad because I was gonna show you everything I've done today out there because I was really proud, but it's gross now, so I'm gonna go inside and I will hopefully show you later this week. Hi, I haven't filmed in a couple of weeks because the weather was just a bit rubbish and I was really busy with work, but I'm coming today from a very wholesome location. I've come to pick up a bakery order. So I've come for a little wander. My friend Izzy has told me that nearby to here there's some amazing wild garlic growing in some woods on my way home because this is just up the road from where we live, which is amazing. So I'm gonna go and pick some wild garlic on the way home, and then I've got so many things to show you in the garden. So many updates, so much growth, so much to do, and it feels like spring, pretty much the first time properly. Hi! Oh my gosh. Wow. I've just spotted there are more over here. God, what a fun thing to find. Hi! Look. Wow. So I've got the goods and now I'm going to go and try and find the woods on the way home. and pick some wild garlic is the aim. So then I can make some lovely pesto to go with my focaccia. So I've picked myself a little bouquet. I'm going to go home now and show you what has been going on in the garden. So I meant to say before I go outside, how amazing does all of this look? Our bakery order. Look at these pan chocolates. Look at this. It's like the size of my head. I already ate 2 of these. So yeah, that's our order for this week and I'm very pleased with it. I thought I would just give you a quick updated bed and greenhouse tour because a lot's been going on. So this is all kale down here that I bought from the garden centre as kind of shoots that had already started growing, rather than growing these from seed. And then as you can see down here, nasturtium's finally starting to grow. It's taken a while, but I trusted the process. And then we've got rocket over here and salad leaves here, which are all coming along nicely. And then all my shallots here. It's interesting seeing how the different varieties are growing at such different speeds, because this whole row is a different type, so that's been quite interesting. And then my garlics here, I think these garlic are not doing so well, so yeah, not sure. And then in this corner here, it's a mixture of cornflour and nasturtium, and then if you can see, I put a few random little sunflower seeds in here as well, just because I thought that would be a nice surprise later in the summer. And then in this bed here, we've got carrot, which I don't know if you can see, is finally starting to grow. These little tiny shoots, that's taken quite a while to start. A little bit more kale, a few more nasturtium in the front here. I kind of sowed nasturtium all along the front because then I hoped it will grow kind of big and then start to like grow over the edge and just look really pretty. A couple of, I don't know if you can see, sunflowers here and here, and then rhubarb, obviously I've shown you my rhubarb before. And then down here, this is all beetroot, which I'm really excited about. So we've still got a bit of room in this bed. We've got kind of this area here and then this bit here where nothing is planted yet, so I'm kind of holding that space spare. And then down here we've got some sweet peas that I've planted that I'm hoping then will grow kind of up the fence. There's me. Got our rosemary, and then I've got lemon balm here, and then these 2 pots are just old, so I'm going to take, I don't even know what that is, it's just a weed. I'm going to empty them and then put something new in there. This is interesting because these were just chives from last year that have grown really well, but all of this that's grown around them I thought was just nettles, but I've googled it and it's not nettle, I can't remember the name of it, it's purple something in the mint family, and it's edible, so that's quite nice. And it's not, they look like nettles but they haven't got any sting to them, so it's just interesting what can just pop up all by itself. Then the greenhouse door needs a bit of oiling. In here, I'll show you what's going on. It's roasting in here this morning. We have a lot of stuff. It's busy in here. I'll sit down so I can show you. Oh, look at all of this. It's chaos. So these are all tomatoes. I think I've shown you this before. So tomato shelf, they're all different varieties, but They are all, I think they're Gardener's Delight, which are meant to be super easy to grow. Then down here, I think they're Tigerella tomatoes, which are coming on a bit slower, but look, they are still coming on. And then dill and thyme all down there. Some more tomatoes and my courgettes, the back there. Then obviously my shallot forest. And then all these new ones, we've got cauliflower in here. We've got cucumber, some peppers. Then the courgettes that are kind of, these are the courgettes that are kind of really taking off. And then all the baby seeds that I've just planted down here. They're all new ones that I've only just moved outside this week. So we'll see how they go. Who knows? And then the strawberries are looking gorgeous. We've got, I don't know if you can see, hang on, let me see if I can refocus. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but we have our first strawberries actually starting now, which is really exciting. So yeah, can't wait to have a forest of strawberries up here. And then in here I planted a few more flowers that I will move outside at some point. So these are zinnia, and I think there's a few different kinds in there actually, because it was a mixed seed pack. So they will be moving outside at some point, probably in a month's time. Look at my potatoes. These guys have just started quite suddenly, and all of a sudden they're looking gorgeous and having a great time. So again, I'm not sure whether to leave these in here or move them outside, but I think I'm just going to leave them all cozy in here for now. And the poor spinach has had to move to this little corner because it's getting busy in here. It's getting packed, so I've had to just move these guys down there. They've been like shoved away. I don't know if this thermometer is right, but look at what temperature it's saying. It's like 35 degrees in there. It's April. Now the cabbage was looking a bit sorry for itself. It's gone like a bit purple, and I googled it and I think apparently it's like a potassium deficiency. So I've actually put banana skins, because I used them as a fertiliser last year. I've just put some banana skins under the soil in here, chopped up. So we'll see if they look a bit healthier. The leaves are lovely and bushy, it's just, they're coming a bit purple. So I thought, I don't know if that's meant to happen or not. So yeah, we'll see. And then I've also been doing a bit of planting in the border. This border wasn't here before we moved in, so we dug this in last year, and it's been a bit of a struggle because the soil's not great. It's full of like rubble and brick, and it's a bit just gross. So I think this is going to be like a project over the next few years of trying to really grow this up and make it bushy. So yeah, but we'll work on it like bit by bit and plant stuff in it bit by bit, and some stuff really likes it and then some stuff just immediately dies. So yeah, look at this. So excited for this magnolia to start flowering. And then down here I've planted loads of bigger flowers, peonies. I think I've got echinacea down here, a couple of sunflowers. So these guys are in the big pots all the way down here, and they're slowly starting to wake up. So yeah, these look cute. And then over here, this big pile of sticks is actually a gorgeous fern that grows massive in the summer. And I've just noticed, don't know if you can see, we've got our first little fern frond that's starting. So hopefully that will look nice, because it just looks, when it's dead, it looks horrendous. So, but it's one of those things where you've got to trust the process. So I'll just look at these instead for now. And our cherry tree is starting to get some leaves on it, which is nice. And then over here I've started my herb garden. So I've got thyme, chocolate mint, sage, normal mint. Then these ones I grew inside, so the chives and the parsley, dill, and then I've got some chamomile I want to plant in here. And then the coriander's on the floor because it was getting eaten by bugs and I didn't want to put the bugs onto everything else, so they have to stay down there for now. So I've been meaning to finish this video for a really long time. I started filming it in March and it's the end of April, so it's been a long time coming. But if I'm honest, I've just been waiting for the weather to get really nice and to feel a little bit like April and May, and it's just not. So it's just not been very inspiring. It's not, when you're filming kind of content of the garden and outside, it's just when it's grey and rainy, it's not that great. I'm feeling a bit more encouraged because on my Mo's Garden Instagram account, I follow loads of people who have allotments, their own gardens, raised beds, greenhouses, loads of people who are growing stuff and are a lot better than I am and a lot more experienced than I am. And everyone on Instagram saying like, oh my god, the weather's so terrible and it's not been great for spring, and because the sun's not been out, like I've not got the usual growth that I would normally have, and even I'm reading it like, oh, thank God it's not just me, because obviously this is my first year trying, so I don't know what kind of progress you're meant to have made by now. People were saying kind of in like 2020 when we had that spring with like roasting hot weather and loads of sunshine and that kind of thing, that people's years like that, obviously everyone's crops and veg and plants and stuff are just coming on a lot faster. And this year, I mean, we've had a bit of mild weather, but it's not been super sunny or consistently warm. We've had the rain, but we've not really had the sun. So I think things aren't just growing that fast, maybe, as they normally would be. So yeah, it's just a bit slower progress, I think. But it's really teaching me patience, this process is. But that's one of the main things I'm kind of learning from gardening, is just patience and trusting the process and bearing with it, even if I have to bear with it for years. I'm in it for the long haul. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up here and hope that then next time I check in, there'll be loads of progress to show you. I mean, even since I started filming this video, there's been a lot of progress throughout April. The seeds I sowed, the carrots and the rocket and the salad leaves and the beetroot are all growing now. So that's nice, but it's just slow and steady. It's May next week and it doesn't feel like May next week. So hopefully we'll get a bit more of kind of spring t-shirt weather, but fingers crossed there's a bit more sunshine for all the veg. But yeah, I will speak to you soon.